Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
I'm Jane, I'm from Brighton. This is my little brother Philip, and he's from Arundel.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm James, and this is my gran, Marjorie, and we're from Sunderland.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Rick. This is my partner Jaden, and we're from London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, Xander. I'm Aid, and this is my beautiful wife, Andrea, and we're from the West Midlands.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. She was the voice on The Wall, a game show fronted by TV hardman Danny Dyer. So to make her feel at home, I'll be referring to her as Babe, Darling and Angela. It is my Pointless friend. It's Angela Rippon.
Well, I can tell that you have been rehearsing and practising the accents.
Like mad. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
with the dialect coach. He's fun, though, isn't he? I've never worked with him, but he always strikes me as a fabulous fellow.
He is great fun. And how lovely to see some new people. Welcome, all of you, and I hope you have a lovely programme today.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Ellie and Imran won the jackpot. In fact, they didn't just win the jackpot. They won it with 3 pointless answers. So we threw in the little £500 bonus. It's been a while since we've put that to good use. Anyway, that does mean that today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000, but it'll grow. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember, at the end of each round, as is customary, we will be expelling the pair with the highest score. So just make sure you keep your scores low, is what I'm saying. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is D words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second?
Do you want to go
And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns the letter D in abbreviations and acronyms. Angela.
Now, on each board, we're going to show you 7 abbreviations or acronyms that appear in the Collins Dictionary. We are also going to tell you what these letters stand for in each instance, except for the word beginning with the letter D. You just have to fill that one in. So please give us the missing D words.
Thank you very much indeed. So here is our first board of 7 clues. DEFRA, blank for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. PDF, portable blank format. AD, anno blank. DIY, blank it yourself. PDSA, People's blank for sick animals. ISDN, Integrated Services blank network. And GDP, gross blank product. There we are. Philip, welcome back.
Thank you.
Show 2 for Philip and Jane.
Yep.
Tell us more about yourself, Philip.
I'm 65. I'm retired. I love horse racing.
Oh, do you?
I do. And one of my bucket list things was to own a racehorse, which is a little bit beyond my means, but I am now in a very friendly syndicate, and we have 2 horses.
That's nice.
Yes.
So do you get to travel all over and see the horse?
Yes, yes. We've been to quite a few race courses over the last 3 years. It's great fun. And
Any
just a social
winners?
thing. Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, well, this is very exciting. OK, now, what would you like to go for?
OK. I know a few of them, but I'm going to go for PDSA, People's Dispensary for Sick Animals.
Dispensary, says Philip. Sounds like a lovely low score to me, if it's right. Let's see if it is right. How many of our 100 said dispensary? Dispensary is absolutely right. Down it goes to 44. 44.
It's a terrific charity, actually, and it was founded in 1917 by a lady called Maria Dickin. She also introduced the PDSA Dickin Medal in honour of the work of animals, particularly in World War II, but it's gone on to become the sort of Victoria Cross for the animal world, for any animal that is brave.
Thank you very much. Marjorie, welcome back. Lovely to have you here again. Tell us more about yourself.
Well, I used to be a Keep Fit leader with the Keep Fit Association.
Did you? Where did you do that?
In Sunderland. And every year we went down to London to perform at the Royal Albert Hall.
How wonderful. How many times did you do that?
I did that about 4 or 5 times.
It's very exciting, the Royal Albert Hall, isn't it? I mean, being backstage there is one thing, but then when you come out...
You get lost.
Oh, you do. Absolutely. It's the most beautiful venue. Very exciting. Marjorie, what would you like to go for on this board?
I'm afraid I don't know many of them. I'll go for Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs.
For DEFRA, department, says Marjorie. Should we see if that's right? How many of our 100 people said department? Department is right. 44 is the only score we have at the moment. 67 for department.
When I first started in journalism, we always used to refer to it as the Minavag and Fish, because it was the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, but they changed the name to Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. And we have to remember, responsible for all sorts of things, including advice on bringing your pet dog, cat or ferret into Great Britain. So if you've got a ferret and you want to bring it here, go to DEFRA.
Down the trousers.
Down the trousers.
No, don't do that. For a number of reasons. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Jayden, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Jayden.
Hi, I'm Jayden. I'm 27 years old, and I'm a speech and language therapist from, well, working in the NHS.
Good for you. I mean, that's a terrific thing to do. I mean, presumably, it must be the most rewarding thing imaginable.
It is. It's always very rewarding to go in them.
I bet.
Yeah.
And what do you like getting up to when you're not doing the speech therapy?
Well, I like learning languages, I would say. Well, I've been learning Japanese since I was 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you do that in class? Do you do that as one-to-one, or do you do it on an app?
Nowadays, I just use the apps too.
Very good. You're good enough now. Jayden, what are you going to go for on our board?
I know a few of these, but I'm going to go for AD, Anno Domini?
Anno Domini or Domini, you can pronounce it either way. Anno Domini. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Anno Domini. That goes down to 48. Very well done indeed.
Yes, indeed. And in fact, it's a Latin phrase, of course, Anno Domini. It means in the year of our Lord, which is used to refer to the years after the birth of Christ, AD. And it can be replaced, actually, by CE for Common Era, because that doesn't hold any religious connotations.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And now, Andrea, welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Andrea.
Well, you can probably tell from the accent I'm not from here. I'm from the United States, Cincinnati, Ohio specifically, and I'm a communications student at the University of Cincinnati, but it's all online because that would be some kind of commute, wouldn't it?
So what brought you here, then?
My husband did.
But did you meet before you came here? Or?
Well, we met here. So I have friends in the Northeast. I was in Newcastle.
Yeah.
I had on a Cincinnati Reds T-shirt, actually, but it just said Reds. He spotted me. And he was like, hey, would that be the Cincinnati Reds? And I'm like, yo, I'm thousands of miles away. How do you even know? So we started talking, just basically ragging on each other's sports teams.
Yeah.
And now we've been married for 2 years.
Wow, and here you are on Pointless.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you feel like going through the board here and filling in some of our blanks?
I'll try. So PDF, that's portable digital format. DIY, do it yourself. And GDP is gross domestic product. I think I'll go with PDF, portable digital format, because nobody really calls it that. They always just say PDF.
OK, so digital is what you're saying for that particular D. Should we see how many of our 100 people said that? Digital. Oh!
Oh, it's not, yo!
Sorry, that scored you 100 points.
You chose the one option to which you did not know the correct answer.
What?
You got all the rest right, but we'll go through the board. Xander, which one would you go for?
Well, funnily enough, the one I was imagining it was digital in the ISDN. I thought that was probably digital.
It was digital, and that was the lowest score. It got 9.
Yeah.
Shall we clear the rest of the board for you? You've kind of already got them. PDF is document.
Oh.
That would have scored you 21. Yo. Do it yourself. Obviously, you got that, yes. Most people know that, I think. That would have been 94. And GDP, gross domestic product, that was a 36.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Philip, you and Jane are the low scorers at this point, 44. Very well done indeed. We travel from there to 48, where we find Jayden and Rick. From there to 67, where we find Marjorie and James. And from there to 100, where we find Andrea and Aid. Aid, you get the new board. If you can find a lovely low score there, you can even things up beautifully. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues to abbreviations or acronyms with the letter D involved. Here they come. LED, light emitting blank, DPP, blank of public prosecutions, QED, quad erat blank, HDMI, high blank multimedia interface, MOD, Ministry of blank, DLR, blank light railway, and MDF, medium blank fiberboard. There we are, Aid. Warm welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. How did you know about the Cincinnati Reds?
I'm a major American sports fan. I follow the New York Mets, who are historically terrible. That's how I knew the Cincinnati Reds, because they're equally as bad.
There we are. So, Aid, now then, you are on 100. You're high scorers. But if you could find a really lovely low score, there's a route through, I think.
I'm going to go for the top one, light-emitting diode.
Diode, says Aid. Should we see how many of our 100 said diode? There'll be no red line for you, I'm afraid, as you're the high scorers at the moment. Diode. How far down the column can we get with that? 45, taking your total up to 145.
And as you probably know, as you came up with that answer, an LED is a type of semiconductor device which emits light when a current flows through it. They're found in all kinds of things, from car indicator lights to electronic signs, and also in clock displays as well.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now then, Rick. Welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Rick.
Hi. Yes, I'm Rick. I'm an occupational therapist from London, and in my spare time, I like to play badminton, do a bit of coaching as well.
Very good. It's a very good game, badminton.
It's fast.
Very fast.
Very fast.
Very fast indeed. Now then, you are on 48, 96 or less. We'll get you through.
So yeah, I know a few, but I think I'm going to go for DLR, which is Docklands.
Docklands. In this case, Docklands. You get a red line, and it's here. Can we get you below that with Docklands? Absolutely, we can. Down goes Docklands to 25, taking your total up to 73.
Yes, and that's a light railway that an awful lot of people living in London will be familiar with. It was opened in 1987 as part of the redevelopment of that whole Docklands area in East London.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now then, James, welcome back.
Thank you.
Show 3. There'll be things we don't know about you, James. Do tell us.
Me, well, now wife, we do like to do quite a lot of travelling and going on holidays.
So what's been the most adventurous?
We did Asia a couple of years back, and we started off in, like, Japan, China and Singapore and stuff.
Oh, wow.
But I think we both just love Japan, I think.
Yeah. So how long was the trip from start to finish?
It was more how long the money lasted.
Yeah,
but, I think we did about 6 or 7 months, I think.
Oh, wow.
I think so, yeah.
Well done. Fantastic. Good for you. Now then, James, you're on 67. 77 or less gets you into round 2.
Hopefully I'm going to be right, but MDF on the bottom, I think, is medium density.
Medium density fiberboard. Should we see if that D stands for density? You get a red line, and it's coming in here. Density. It's good. It gets you through with room to spare. 39. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 106.
Hardware shops nationwide apparently saw a boom in the sales of MDF in the 1990s and the early noughties, thanks largely to its regular use in the BBC television series Changing Rooms.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now then, Jane, welcome back to Pointless for your second show. Well, we heard all about your singing with the Brighton Festival Chorus last time. Tell us more about you.
I'm enjoying retirement after a career in the law, and living in Brighton, one of the things I very much like to do is swim in the sea, which I do all year round without a wetsuit with my friends from the Brighton Swimming Club.
And is that a weekly or a daily thing?
2 or 3 times a week.
2 or 3 times a week. Do you do it early morning, sort of before breakfast?
It varies.
Yeah.
Because I'm retired, I can go whenever I like.
You can go when you like. And if it's really nice, you can go back in later.
Yes.
Nothing nicer than that. Up in Northumberland, we always try and do that every morning.
Yes.
Anyway, you are on 44.
Yes.
Which means you are through. Doesn't matter what you score. Would you like to talk us through the board?
I think I probably can, actually. The second one is Director of Public Prosecutions. The fourth one is Ministry of Defence. The third one, I think, is probably High Definition. but I'm going to go for something coming back from my maths O level, which is quod erat demonstrandum.
Quod erat demonstrandum.
I hope so.
Very good indeed. There's no red line for you, as you are already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it, though. Demonstrandum. It's absolutely right. Down it goes. Look at this marvellous. A single-figure score. Very well done. 7, taking your total up to 51.
Well, it was the lowest score on the board, and you were so right to go back to your mathematic heritage, as it were, because it is a phrase which means that which was to be demonstrated, used particularly in mathematical proofs at the end of it, to say that it proves exactly what you were trying to prove. And Jane, you took us through the board absolutely perfectly, and you picked the best answer on board, as we've seen. But let's see the scores for the remaining answers. It was the Director of Public Prosecutions. That would have scored you 30. We've got HDMI, High Definition. That was 37. And, of course, the Ministry of Defence, which I think a lot of people got 81.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. That brings us to the end of our first round. And it means, oh, Aidan, Andrea, I'm so sorry. We have to say goodbye to you. But there we are, a little baptism by fire there. Next time, you can storm through the show and take a trophy home at the end of it. Anyway, thank you so much for playing. Aidan, Andrea, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, now time for round 2. Very well done indeed, everybody. We made it into round 2. But best of luck to all 3 pairs. The category for round 2 is fashion royalty. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns modern female icons. Angela.
Well, the March 2024 issue of the fashion magazine British Vogue had on its cover 40 iconic women. And the magazine, incidentally, was the very last edition that was edited by Edward Inninful. But we are going to show you on the board 16 of those famous women. Please tell us the name of the one that you think the fewest of our 100 people recognised.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. So, as Angela's just said, we're going to put an image up with 16 faces on. So let's reveal that image. Here they are. Just give you a moment or two to absorb. There we are. OK. Jane, I'm going to come to you first.
Struggling a little bit with this. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go with Victoria Beckham.
You're going to have to go with Victoria Beckham. OK, let us see how many of our 100 people said Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham is right and goes down to 54. Not bad.
No, not bad at all. In fact, she is the only member of the Spice Girls who never reached a #1. The closest she managed, I'm afraid, was just a #2 hit with Out of Your Mind with True Steppers and Dane Bowers.
Thank you. Now, Marjorie.
I think that's Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey, says Marjorie. Shall we see? Or Oprah Winfrey. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Oprah Winfrey. Absolutely Oprah Winfrey. Oh, she's not fooling anyone with those specs. Down he goes, 56. Very well done.
Her name actually isn't Oprah, it's Orpah Gale Winfrey. And apparently she was named after Orpah, who's a biblical figure in the Book of Ruth. But apparently nobody knew how either to spell that name or to pronounce it, so she became Oprah.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Jayden. Jayden, who would you like to identify from our board here?
I'm gonna go for Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Anya Taylor-Joy. Should we see how many of our 100 people said that? Anya Taylor-Joy, absolutely right. Well, 56 is our high score, 54 is our low. Quite a narrow bound, and you passed that. Oh, down to 1. Very well done indeed, Jayden. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Just one other person recognising Anya Taylor-Joy. She's probably best known for playing Beth Harmon in the Netflix series The Queen's Gambit. But she's also been in Peaky Blinders, and, of course, she made her breakthrough in the horror film The Witch.
Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 1, the best score of the past, Jayden. Very well done indeed to you. We travel from there to 54, where we find Jane and Philip, and from there, just a hop and a skip up to 56, where we find Marjorie and James. So, yeah, James, you're not that far ahead. Nothing you can't put right with a judicious choice on the next pass.
Hopefully.
Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so, Rick, remember, we are looking for the names of these women who featured on Edward Enninful's final British Vogue cover. And you're on 1, 54 or less, sees you happily into the head-to-head.
I know a few of them, but the names aren't quite there, so I might play it a bit safe. So I'll go for Kate Moss.
Kate Moss, says Rick. You get a red line and everything. Here it is. Let's see if we can get you below this red line with Kate Moss. Kate Moss, of course, right? Gets you through as well, which is perfect. Down you go to 29, which takes your total up to a lovely round 30.
Yes, actually, I'm surprised, Xander, that more people didn't recognise her.
Yes.
Because she's actually appeared on the cover of British Vogue more than any other model. She's appeared over 40 times. And she made her first appearance back in 1993 when she was just 19 years old.
Thank you very much indeed, James.
Yes.
There you are. Our high score is on 56.
Yes.
What have you got?
So I think my wife might roll her eyes at this one, but I'm going to say Maya Jama.
Maya Jama. Maya Jama, says James. You don't get a red line because you're the high scorer at the moment. Let's see how many of our 100 said Maya Jama. Maya Jama is absolutely right. And down it goes to 14. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to a lovely round 70.
Yes, and she began hosting Love Island in 2023, taking over from Laura Whitmore. And in 2024, she made it onto the Forbes 30 under 30 list for Europe. So no rolled eyes from your wife, because you picked a good one there.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Philip, you're on 54. 15 or less is what we require.
I know 2 for certain, I think. Second along, third one down, Cindy Crawford. Below her, I think, is Lady Gaga. I'm a bit torn, but I think the only one that could score that is next to Cindy Crawford. I'm hoping that's Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, says Philip. Well, let's keep fingers crossed. You've got a red line. Let's see if we can get you below that with Jane Fonda. It is Jane Fonda. And it gets you through. Look at that. Down it goes to 13. Very well done indeed. Taking your total up to 67.
Jane Fonda, yes, actually notable for an awful lot of things. All of the films that she's been in, and, of course, her Keep Fit exercises. But Jane Fonda got you right. Shall we go through the rest of the board?
That is one of the Williams sisters, and it's Serena.
Yes, and she would have scored 17. Across from there is Dua Lipa. She scored 18, another quite low score. Laverne Cox, she would have scored you just 1. We've then come down onto the second row. We've got Jodie Comer. Absolutely. And Jodie Comer scored 2. That's Cynthia Erivo, and she was a pointless answer.
Wow.
Yeah. Jane Fonda, we've got 13, of course. Next to her, Cindy Crawford. You were absolutely right there. That would have scored you 7. And on the bottom line, we've got Naomi Campbell, again, a very, very famous model. That would have scored you 11.
It's not the most recognisably Naomi Campbell-looking photograph, is it?
No, she's usually got her hair scraped back, hasn't she? Miley Cyrus, 21 points there. And Gigi Hadid, and she would have scored you 7. And finally, we've got the final pointless answer. She is Simone Ashley.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. That brings us to the end of our second round, and it means the pair we have to say goodbye to. Oh, no, James and Marjorie, it's you.
Yes.
It's been so wonderful having you on the programme. This is farewell, I'm afraid.
Yes,
but thank you so much for coming to play. It's been lovely having you, and I'm sorry we're not sending you back to Sunderland with a trophy, but as I say, you've been absolutely wonderful. So, James and Marjorie, a huge thank you. For the remaining 2 pairs, though, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Rick and Jaden, Jane and Philip. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. However, we now have a chance to throw some more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can find a couple of pointless answers. So this is just for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Minecraft biomes as they could, Angela.
So you're going to see 6 options. Now, 2 of them are scoring, 2 are pointless, and 2 are neither biomes nor regions in the Minecraft video game series at all. And as Xander says, we're going to add £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer you come up with.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you identify the 2 pointless Minecraft biomes from these 6? Frontlines, Cherry Grove, Savannah, Badlands, Seaside, Lush Caves. Now, does anyone know anything about this? Any wisdom to impart?
I've played
I
Minecraft
don't even know
before,
what a biome is.
It's
Or
like a
Minecraft.
different areas.
In which case, I'm going to come straight to you, Rick and Jaden. Would you like to nominate one?
We'll go Savannah, please.
You're going to go Savannah. Should we see if Savannah is a pointless Minecraft biome? It's a biome from Minecraft. Down it goes to 5. There we are. Jane and Philip.
You'd like to go with Lush
Well,
Caves?
it sounds the least obvious.
All right, we'll go Lush Caves.
Lush Caves. Is it a pointless Minecraft biome? It's a Minecraft biome. And it's a pointless one as well. Very well done indeed. Well done, Philip, and well done, Jane, for going with Philip. Marvellous.
A terrific guess. Yes, indeed. Lush Caves. The Seaside, you were right not to go with that. There is a biome called Beach in Minecraft. Frontline's definitely not a biome from the game. It's a game on the Roblox online gaming platform. Badlands. Badlands scored 13 because it is a biome. But we have got there one other, Cherry Grove. That is the other pointless answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And well done, you managed to find one pointless answer, which means we can add £250 to the jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250. But who'll be playing for? Well, let's find out in a head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. You are now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it's all about the Archers. Angela.
And we're going to give you 5 clues to facts about the popular BBC Radio 4 soap opera called The Archers. So please just give us the answers.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Archers clues, and here they come. This colour follows Barwick to create the title of The Archers' famous theme tune. Presenter Ryland Clark appeared in a 2023 episode themed to coincide with this annual competition's return to the UK. The decade in which the show first aired nationally, the pub in Ambridge shares its name with this type of male animal. And Friday Night Dinner star who began playing Debbie Aldridge in 1991. There we are. Rick and Jaden, over to you.
So I think I know 2. I'm going to go with the Friday Night Dinner star. I think that's Tamsin Gregg.
Tamsin Gregg. Say Rick and Jaden, Tamsin Gregg. Now, Jane and Philip, can you talk us through that board?
I can't.
I think I can. The first one is Barwick Green. The second is the Flower and Produce Show. The third is the 1950s. And the fourth is the Bull.
Is it Flower and Produce?
Should we go with the Flower and Produce Show?
Is it not the Eurovision Song Contest?
No, Ryland Clark appearing on The Archers.
OK, go on. OK, go with that.
Well, now I'm not sure. The Flower and Produce Show.
The Flower and Produce Show for the second one, the Ryland Clark one. So we have Tamsin Gregg versus the Flower and Produce Show.
That's wrong.
OK, Rick and Jaden. Rick and Jaden, let's see. Tamsin Gregg, is that right for the Friday Night Dinner star? How many of our 100 people said Tamsin Gregg? Tamsin Gregg is right. Oh, it's a very good answer. Down it goes to 1. My goodness, Tamsin Gregg. Winning answer there. Jane and Philip, meanwhile, have gone for the Flower and Produce Show for the episode in which Ryland Clark appeared. Should we see how many of our 100 people said the Flower and Produce Show? Is it right? No. Bad luck. Rick and Jaden, very well done indeed. After one question, you are up 1-0.
Actually, Jane and Philip, there was nothing you could do because one is the lowest
really?
score, which
Okay.
they'd already got. But Jane, you should have listened to your little brother.
I know.
It was indeed the Eurovision Song
Yes,
Contest,
yes.
which would have scored you 8. Jane, you did actually talk us through the board. You certainly got the colour that follows Barwick, and it is green. That would have scored you 12. And the decade in which the show aired nationally was indeed the 1950s. And that would have scored you 22. And the pub, yes, everybody goes down the Bull at lunchtime, don't they? And that would have scored you 13.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. OK, here comes your second question. Jane and Philip, you've got to win this one, stay in the game. Good luck. Our second question is all about Angela Rippon's West Country landmarks.
We're going to show you 5 drawings that I've made of landmarks in the West Country. Now, I must warn you that I come from the cartoon school of art, which means I hope that I've given you enough clues in what I've drawn. But we've given you the alternate letters in each landmark's name. So please identify the most obscure of these 5 drawings.
Very good. OK, so let's reveal Angela Rippon's 5 West Country landmarks. Here they are. We have A, SMCALMUT, and it's beautiful. Lovely, lovely perspective.
Thank you.
Beautiful green. Look at those shades of green. B, GATNUYTR. C, TEEEPOET. D, TEMNCTETE. That's lovely, beautifully captured. And E, LNSED. And you put the roads in too. Wonderful. Lovely.
I'm never going to win the Turner Prize. Let's be
well,
clear
it's the Turner
about
Prize. I think you
this.
just might. Amazing. Now then, Jane and Philip.
Project, the Minack Theatre. Do that. OK. We're going to go with the Minack Theatre, please.
For D, the Minack Theatre. Wonderful. Now then, Rick and Jaden, can you talk us through the board?
Definitely not. But nothing to do with your fantastic drawings, though. It's just, we don't know. So I think the only one that we do know is E, Land's End.
Land's End. So we have the Minack Theatre and we have Land's End. Jane and Philip went for the Minack Theatre. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. For D, the Minack Theatre is absolutely right. It's a great answer. Look at that, down to 2. Goodness me. Rick and Jaden, meanwhile, have gone for Land's End for E. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Land's End is right. That goes down to 52. Very well done. Jane and Philip back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Guys, you couldn't do anything because, of course, that was the lowest score, the Minack Theatre. St Michael's Mount at the beginning, which was 29. You got Glastonbury Tor, which was 13. You got the Eden Project, which was 16. And Land's End, guys, you got that, and that was 52. So I'm not going to have an exhibition.
Well, you should. Well, here, consider this your private view. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Right, it all comes down to a third question. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about Robin Hood's companions, Angela.
And we're going to show you 5 names of Robin Hood's band of outlaws. However, we've replaced one word in each name with a very brief definition type clue of that word. So please work out what the defined words are and tell us the name of the character that the fewest of our 100 people knew.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Robin Hood merry men clue. Here they are. Will, bright red. Female domestic servant, Marion. Arthur A, dull or unexciting. Small in size, John. And David of City in South Yorkshire that hosts the St Ledger horse race. There we are. Rick and Jaden, we come to you.
We do know 3 and maybe 4, but we're going to play it safe, I think, and go for Will Scarlett.
Will Scarlett, say Rick and Jaden. Now then, Jane and Philip, can you talk us through the board?
Well, it's Maid Marian, Little John, And I'm hoping you know the city in South Yorkshire that hosts the St Leger horse race.
I do.
Go on then.
David of Doncaster.
David of Doncaster. So we have Will Scarlett and David of Doncaster. Rick and Jayden went for Will Scarlett. How many of our 100 said that? Will Scarlett is right. And that goes down to 44. Meanwhile, Jane and Philip have gone for David of Doncaster. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Doncaster, absolutely right. And it wins you the point. Down it goes, in fact, to 5. Very well done indeed. After 3 questions, Jane and Philip got through to the final 2-1.
Philip, that was a question that was a gift to someone who's a horse racing fan, isn't it?
Yes.
David of Doncaster, absolutely right. You got Maid Marian, that would have got you 65. You got Little John, small in size, that would have given you 68. The one that you missed out, Arthur A. Dull, he is Arthur Bland. That was the one you didn't get.
Bland.
And that would have given you an even lower score of 2.
I didn't know that. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our head-to-head round. It means we have to say goodbye to Rick and Jayden, our golden couple on this occasion, but you'll be back next time. We'll look forward to that. But meanwhile, thank you very much, Rick and Jayden. For Jane and Philip, though, now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Jane and Philip. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy.
Excellent.
You now have a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,250. All we need is for you to find a pointless answer. So, very best of luck. As always, you get to choose from this delightful selection of 4 that we will put up on the board. We just have to hope there's something there that tickles your fancy. And we can offer you these. Animals from Madagascar, TV series starring Jason Bateman, the Beatles compilation albums, and rail stations in Germany.
Beatles compilation albums?
Let's do the Beatles, yeah.
We'll do the Beatles compilation albums, please.
OK, Beatles compilation albums it is.
In 2023, to celebrate 50 years since the release of the Beatles' Red and Blue albums, they were remixed and re-released with the addition of new tracks. So we'd like you to name any track on either of these expanded versions. So that is the Red album, which covers songs from 1962 to 1966, or the Blue album, which is songs that were released from 1967 onwards. And the very best of luck.
Thank you very much, Angela. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. If you can find 3 pointless answers, we will throw in a £500 booster. Are you ready?
I think so, yes.
Yes.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Trying to think of some of the newer ones, like Paperback Writer.
That's the problem. I don't know which of the years they come in.
Oh, I see.
In the early ones, there's Girl,
Yes.
and I Love Her.
Yes.
And the later one, there may be Across the Universe.
Yes. They're good.
Um,
Trying to think of another one that would be later. But I'm thinking of albums. I'm thinking of Rubber Soul and Revolver. They're albums, aren't
yeah. Girl would be a good one for earlier.
Yep.
I Feel Fine wasn't that? It's quite too well known.
Well, let's have...
Girl.
Definitely have Girl.
And I Love Her.
And I Love Her. And is there another really obscure early one?
Not earlier. The later ones, I think,
The
are
only
more
one I can think
obscure.
of is Paperback Writer.
But that was 66, I think. So
What about Blackbird? Was that the Beatles
that
or
was
was
later.
it Paul McCartney?
That came out later.
10 seconds
But is it
left.
the Beatles?
Yeah, but it won't be on the red. Or,
67 onwards?
Yeah, but no.
OK.
Might be on the extra tracks.
Should we go Blackbird then?
No.
Oh.
OK, that is your minute up. Let's have your 3 answers. What can you give me? And if you could say in each case which category.
We'll go 2 from the Red album, Girl, and I Love Her.
And I Love Her.
And we'll go Across the Universe from the Blue album.
Across the Universe. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Girl?
Yeah, Girl.
Girl.
OK, we'll put Girl last, least likely to be pointless.
And I Love Her.
And I Love Her. Put that first, and then we put Across the Universe in the middle.
OK.
So,
Thank you.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have And I Love Her, Across the Universe, and Girl. Let's put them to the test. What would you do if one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you the jackpot of £1,250?
I would invest, for want of a better word, in my syndicate's next horse.
Oh, very good. Very nice. Jane, how about you?
I have two grown-up daughters, Rebecca and Freya. Freya got married recently, and we've always gone away together every year to St Ives in Cornwall, and I'd put it towards our next trip.
Very nice indeed. Perhaps you could borrow Angela's drawings of some of the West Country monuments to help you navigate your way around. Be very helpful. OK, well, very, very best of luck. Let's hope one of these answers brings it home for you. Your first answer was "And I Love Her." In this case, we're looking for tracks on the Red album. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. "And I Love Her." Might it be pointless? "And I Love Her" is absolutely right. It just has to go all the way down to 0, and you will leave here with £1,250. We go down into single figures, still going down with "And I Love Her," still going down to 1. OK. That's a very good indication, though, isn't it? "And I Love Her."
Find out.
That was your least confident shot at a pointless answer, scoring only 1. Anyway, let's see what happens with "Across the Universe." We're now going to the Blue album, and we have to hope that nobody came up with this answer. If it's pointless, £1,250 is yours. How many of our 100 people said it? "Across the Universe." Well, "Across the Universe" is also right. Just has to go all the way down for you to win that jackpot. We went down to 1 with "And I Love Her." Down we go with single figures, still going down, still going down. You've done it! Very well done indeed! This is terrific news for that Cornish holiday and for sellers of nags. Absolutely marvellous. Very well done. You have just won £1,250. Brilliant. Angela.
Well done.
Well, I think this time, Philip, you should have listened to your sister.
No,
Because
Blackbird.
Blackbird is on the expanded version of the Blue album. Not only that, it was pointless. So you could have got the bonus for 3 pointless answers. Because "Girl" is also a pointless answer. But well done. Other pointless answers were, starting with tracks on the Beatles' Red album, you could have had "Can't Buy Me Love," "Day Tripper," "Nowhere Man," and "We Can Work It Out." They were all pointless answers. Lots more pointless answers, including "All My Loving," "Drive My Car," "Here," "There and Everywhere," "I Feel Fine," and "I Saw Her Standing There." Moving on now to some of the tracks from the Blue album, and here are some of the pointless answers you could have had from that album. "Come Together," "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds," "Obla Dee, Obla Da," "Strawberry Fields Forever." And again, there were a lot of gettable pointless answers, including "A Day in the Life," "Across the Universe," "Blackbird," which you should have gone for, "Dear Prudence," "Magical Mystery Tour," "The Fool on the Hill," and "With a Little Help from My Friends." But well done. You've got the jackpot, and well done to all of you at home that managed to get some of those pointless answers.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And thanks once again to our winning players, Jane and Philip, who take away today's jackpot of £1,250. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Angela.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.